and most of the songs are like that. So you just sing.
How is your Ahavat Olam?
Oh, the Ahavat Olam. That's the Debbie Friedman one, I think it is.
Okay.
Ahavat Olam.
That's not one.
Oh, who is it? I thought it was her.
I think I only know the Hebrew.
I'll show you how it goes. I'll tell you another one you'll like singing. Same page.
Because last time I think it was over to you.
Yeah, that's working.
Probably that's higher the balance than those.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Now, this is one that you won't know. It's just the beginning of Aleinu. Here's how it goes.
That has a reasonable few surprise turns.
It needs to listen to the original Maccabees version of that. I don't know, 6-part harmony. And they go up a second tone at the end.
That sounds like more like this. French music.
I don't think there's anything else here that... Do you know Simchat?
I don't think so.
It's the song that normally sees the scroll back into the ark.
That's in there. That one's more challenging because I don't have the words as well as the tune.
Oh, you don't?
Unless it was given to me with this lot. Oh yeah. There we go. I've got it on the hymn sheet.
Oh, yeah, you got that on the hymn sheet. So, the Hakafot is a bit of a breakfast, actually.
Excellent.
What we tend to do is we start with the tune that David Martin wrote.
Which they should have.
The challenge is getting all the words out at the time allowed.
Yes. Good to know that's the tempo.
I normally go do that.
And I'm sure you'll have lots of yuccas complaining about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Recently in Savannah's she's actually got a tooth abscess so bad that she's had bed rest advised so it doesn't spread. And that's when he's put her back out. Yeah, it's lethal.
Yes, okay.
Oh, here we go, 84.
Catholic's written in 86.
It's quite normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and David. You can't stop him when he starts. Lovely. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. It's easier dealing with school children, it really is. Thank you. Right, have you all finished your conversations for now? Because there'll be plenty of time later. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome. So we'll be starting the service in a moment or two. So please relax, enjoy. And it's lovely to have you all with us tonight. If anybody hasn't got one, we're using the brown prayer books, which are in the bookcase over there.
Thank you, thank you. So, Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, everyone. And I'm just delighted that there is just a lot of noise going around, because actually that is what Simchat Torah is all about. Actually, particularly for the youngsters among us, what is Simchat Torah? What are we going to do on Simchat Torah? Sorry? Have sweets? Do you agree with that? Do we have sweets? Yes. You think adults will have sweets too, aren't we, for the kids? Yeah, adults have sweets too. Yes. We, Simchat Torah is joy of the Torah. And we're just so happy because we've come all the way reading through the Torah till the very end. You think, hooray, we finished this book. But when you really like a book, you want to read it again. And so that's what we do. We finish the book and read it again. But we're not going to read it tonight. We're going to do that tomorrow morning. Today we're just so excited that we come to the end of the Torah that we're going to dance with it a bit later on. And just celebrate. So let's turn to page 70. Oh, it's actually, it doesn't say, no page 70, but just let's stand up when we open the outdoors and we sing Ma Tovu. Page 70. So, please be seated. And we just said, how good are your tents, O Jacob, and your dwelling places, O Israel. And with that we invite Dean, and maybe whoever is on streaming and we can't see, we invite you all into our Ohel here, our synagogue as well. So we created holy space. Let's create holy time. And it's my pleasure to invite Anne and Banks to light the Shabbat and Yom Tov candles for us. And it's on page 70.
Thank you. Yes.
Let us say, so, on page 70, today let us share in the celebration with God. With joy, let us complete the reading of the Torah and begin again to read it anew. As I said, we won't be reading it tonight, so don't worry, it won't be a very long sermon. But Torah is very important. Torah is our heritage. We turn to it again and again to discover the meaning of our lives. Hafach ba v'hafach ba d'chula ba, uva techazeh v'siv uveleba umina la tazua she'en lecha midah tova hemena. It says to turn it, for everything is in it. Look into it, grow old and grey over it, and do not turn away from it, for you have nothing better than this. And that's why we call the Torah a tree of life. Page 71. Life to those who hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy.
It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom. At the end of the shalom, you've got to go da 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 da. All right? We've got to do this right. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. It is a tree of life to them who are fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to those who are fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. It is a tree of life to those who are fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to those who are fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom.
Now we're celebrating Simchat Torah, but also Shabbat. And so we turn to page 80, page 80, for Psalm 92.
Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer shimcha
to the bottom, Tzadik Katama.
Tzadik Katamar Yifrach Ke'erez Valvanon Yizeh Shetulim Bebeit Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenun Beseva Deshenim Vera'alanim Yihu Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Tzuri Velo Avrata Bo.
Well, with that, it feels like we want to stand up, and we do, because we turn to the Baruch Hu on page 84. And let's stand. Please be seated. Yeah? Yeah? page 86. To Shema. And you know what Shema means? Any of you? Shema. It means listen. Let's just, so we cover our eyes and we listen. Let's be very quiet and listen. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. 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 ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך, בכל נפשך, בכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Now we go very quickly. We'll read the second and third paragraph in silence. So you can use that time to either read special reading for Simchat Torah, or a reading, the traditional reading on page 96, or just use it to very quietly speak with your cousins, but very quietly. למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו, ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. העושה גדולות עד אין חקר ונפלאות עד אין מספר, וראו וענף גבורתו, שבחו והודו לשמו ומלכותו, ברצון קיבלו עליהם. משה ובני ישראל, לך ענו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורה תהילה, עושה פלא, עושה פלא, עושה פלא, עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורה תהילות, עושה פלא, עושה פלא, עושה פלא, עושה פלא. מלכותך אדוני אלוהינו, רע ובניך על הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. נאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אבינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן בעדינו והסיר מעלינו אויב, דבר וחרב ורעב ויגון. ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו, כי אל שומרנו ומצילנו אתה, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה, ושמו צאתנו ובואנו, לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל עמו ישראל ועל כל העולם. And now we have Vishamu because, as I mentioned, it's Shabbat today. Veni,
We're going to stand for the Amidah, the standing prayer. Anyone wants to dance during this, you're welcome to do so.
Adonai Eloheinu ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי יצחק, אלוהי רבקה ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומר חסדים טובים, קונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גואל לפני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם
מחכה חיים בחסד מחיי מתים רחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמנתה לחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש
אמן
אתה בחרתנו מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו ורוממתנו מכל הלשונות וקידשתנו במצוותיך וקירבתנו מלכנו לעבודתך ושמך הגדול והקדוש עלינו קראת ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה שבתות למנוחה ומועדים לשמחה חגים וזמנים לששון את יום השמיני חג העצרת הזה זמן שמחתנו מקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, יעלה ויבוא ויגיע ויראה וירצה וישמע ויפקד ויזכר זיכרוננו ופקדוננו. וזיכרון אבותינו, וזיכרון משיח בן דוד עבדך, וזיכרון ירושלים עיר קודשך, וזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל לפניך, לפלטה ולטובה, לחן ולחסד ולרחמים, לחיים ולשלום. ביום השמיני חג העצרת הזה. זוכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה.
אמן.
ופוקדנו בו לברכה.
אמן.
והושיענו בו לחיים.
אמן.
ובדבר ישועה ורחמים חוס וחוננו, כי אליך עינינו, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה. ועשיינו אדוני אלוהינו את ברכת מועדיך לחיים ולשלום, לשמחה ולששון, כאשר רצית ואמרת לברכנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, שים חלקנו בתורתך, סבנו מטובך, שמחנו בישועתך, ותאר ליבנו לעובדך באמת. והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון, בשמחה וששון, שבת ומועדי קודשך, וישמחו בך ישראל מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת וישראל והזמנים. רצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל, לתפילתם שאה, וברחמך הרבים תחפוץ בנו, ותשרה שכינתך על ציון. ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, המחזיר שכינתו לציון. מודים אנחנו לך, שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. צורנו, צור חיינו ומגן ישנו. אתה הוא לדור ודור. נודה לך נספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלאותיך וטובותיך שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים. הטוב כי לא חלו רחמך, המרחם כי לא תמו חסדיך, כי מעולם קיווינו לך.
ועל כולם, ועל כולם, יתברך ויתרומם, ויתנשא תמיד, שמך מלכנו לעולם ועד, וכל החיים יודוך סלע, ויהללו ויברכו את שמך הגדול באמת. האל ישועתנו ועזרתנו, עזרתנו סלע, ועל כולם, ועל כולם יתברך ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם כי אתה הוא מלך הדור לכל השלום כי אתה הוא מלך הדור לכל השלום שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל ובכל ובכל שחר בשלומך ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם תשים לעולם תשים לעולם
Just conclude with a silent prayer. And I'm sure that giggling is a prayer of sorts as well, particularly on Simchat Torah, which is a festival of joy. Silent prayer on page 106, which we end with Oseh Shalom. Please be seated. Well, this is really where the fun is going to begin. So you have to be very quiet, otherwise you don't know what to do. So, well, I think the dancing will be around there, and there are talitot over there if you want to wear a talit when you carry a scroll. I think we line up. We change over there. So officially there are 7 rounds. Sometimes we lose count and we do a bit more, but we try to do 7 rounds. If you want to carry a scroll, then do line up over there. We also, if anyone may have some sweets that they want to hand out, there might be some who want to have a bag. If you haven't got a bag for your sweets, we have some bags over here which you can go and collect. We need our kalot, our down there.
Got a small one for Alexander.
No, no, I think, no, we go with the Rapapa. It's not, okay, we need our lot. Who else do we need? And Harry, and our chairman as well. Please stand. It's for you. Please be seated. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those who don't identify as boys or girls are ladies and gentlemen. Right, thank you.
Thank you. I think this is the moment where children, you have to ask your parents or a responsible adult if you can eat some of the sweets. Probably not all of the sweets, you'll get sick. And it's my pleasure to invite our chairman, who has something to say. But this is something.
Good Shabbos, ladies and gentlemen, and for those who are new to Mosaic Reform, welcome to Mosaic Reform. It is my great honour to say a couple of brief words about our celebrants this evening. Sue Pollock has achieved a unique first within Mosaic Reform Synagogue, formerly Middlesex New. In accepting the honour of Kala Torah, she has put herself through learning what to read twice,
rather than once, as she had to drop out last year at the last moment due to COVID. But in Sue's typical and totally unflappable style, she rose to the challenge without flinching, taking it all within her capable stride. Sue is one of the relatively few members who has been involved with our community significantly longer than I have, despite being very much younger than me. Although as children, the Michaels family belonged to a United synagogue, Sue and her siblings all got heavily involved in their teens at Bessborough Road, fully active within Minis, the youth club at the time. And somehow, Sue has never given up on that synagogue relationship, while sister Jo has moved a little way northwest, and brother Mark a little further northwest. Sue married David, and both remained fully committed to our shul. Katie and Ben grew up in the community, and Ben only needed occasional coercion to turn up at religion school. Neither Sue nor David has ever been massively involved in the ritual side of shul life, but both have made their mark in other ways. David's arm was twisted once to sit on council, although not for very long. And since then, however, he has been invaluable. Don't worry, you'll hear it all tomorrow as well, Leo, so it's not a problem. David's arm was twisted once to sit on council, although not for long. But since then, however, he has been invaluable as a sounding board on property matters for what seems like ages. We knew in Middlesex that we needed to move decades ago. But the property world is a minefield. I'd phone him occasionally as different opportunities and with them challenges arose, and it was so reassuring to have his expertise to tap into. Sue made her mark in the community by extending her professional catering skills into any area of the shul that involved food, which you will understand are many. Whenever she was on the relevant rota, you knew that a kiddush would be top-notch, and she gave useful advice on planning our new kiddush here. A few years ago, we started organising tea parties for elderly congregants in members' homes, and those chez Pollock remained very popular. A classic example of Sue's unflappable nature was a few weeks ago, not surprisingly, in our communal kitchen. Long ago, we started baking our own small honey cakes for distribution to elderly members at Yom Tov who didn't have much of a family infrastructure. Just before Rosh Hashanah, Sue was in here organising a few volunteers fulfilling this mitzvah, maybe for about 50 members, when I casually asked her with no notice to produce a dozen more for some of our elder Masorti friends. There were no complaints, no histrionics, no cake mix or utensils being thrown around the kitchen, just the extra cakes, which were greatly appreciated. And in addition, Sue and David are both fully committed to supporting the work of Jewish Care. Sue has never been high profile within our shul, but she remains the trustworthy, supportive congregant without whom things just don't work. So thanks, Sue, and please come here and collect your certificate, only temporarily because I need it back for tomorrow, to mark our appreciation of what you have done and given to Mosaic Reform Synagogue. I want it back. Thank you. Our collaboration, Caroline Chadwick, needs much less of an introduction, as she has been a key player within Mosaic Reform Synagogue's lay leadership for several years. Caroline, too, is a child of the community, growing up here before moving away, at least communally, with husband Lawrence. It didn't take much for them to come back to Bessborough Road, where Caroline's mum Angela had been the backbone of the Friendship Club for so long. While Lawrence focused on our property challenges, continuing the apparently endless search for a new location, Caroline got involved in all other aspects of synagogue life, as did their daughters, Jo and Katie. Grandchildren made their mark as well. Where am I? Grandchildren made their mark as well, I've found it. Coming here so frequently that they're genuinely regarding Hallsbury Close as a home from home, adding to the buzz and the great value in having little ones running around the building. Not long ago, Lawrence became chairman, and catching Caroline in a weak moment, she agreed to become honorary secretary, serving with great dedication for several years until she stood down in the summer. Caroline happened to pick a few of the most difficult years the shul has been through, as we went through the double crisis of simultaneously leaving Bessborough Road and coping with COVID. While some of the challenges these past few years could have been predicted, others were far harder to anticipate, as we made every effort to run the shul as normally as possible, at times in the most challenging circumstances. Services switched from being on Zoom to being in person or being hybrid, and problems facing members grew while it became harder to address them. We did succeed in doing so, and the principal reason for getting through these tough times was Caroline's unflappability, her positive approach, and her constant smile. One could easily have understood Caroline standing down as honorary secretary and stepping back from communal work, but not Caroline. She holds the whole concept of Mosaic Jewish community close to her heart, and she and Lawrence are committed to making it work. Lawrence is now the vice chairman of MJC, and in addition continues looking after our building and dealing with ongoing snagging issues with the contractors and everything else relevant to occupy this wonderful new home, from building our sukkah to fixing the J-rails on for the wall hangings, and in between, trying to understand and control our sophisticated air handling system. In contrast, Caroline has three key roles: leading our liberal and Masorti friends to make our Kiddushim even better, being the sounding board to Lawrence, and participating in literally every activity put on by our highly successful Mosaic Cultural Hub. So thank you, Caroline. Your contribution to making this whole crazy thing that we're doing on Stanmore Hill is an example to all and greatly appreciated. No, that's not yours. This one. You can see but not touch. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Gary. It's the whiskey. What can I say? Before we turn to Aleinu, I just want to add one story. It's a very personal one, but I think it adds to Caroline's job as Kiddush lady very much. Kiddush lady supreme. Many years ago, when we were still in Bessborough Road, one morning, just before the service, Caroline came running in and said, "Kathleen, come quick, come quick, come quick." So what's the matter? So we run into the Kiddush hall, and what had happened was Alexander, was only very little, and he just able to walk, holding on to two fingers. But Caroline had given him two chocolate fingers. And Alexander, thinking he was holding on to two human fingers, walked all the way to Kiddush Hall, just holding on to these chocolate fingers, which Caroline had given him. So to me, I always, when I think of you, I think of Alexander taking his first steps unaided. And thank you for that. No, he never takes any sweets. And he doesn't run around. With that, we turn to Aleinu, which we can find on page 316, and let us stand. Let me just turn this around.
I think we should explain that this Aleinu is not the Aleinu that most of you are used to, but it's a recording and it's a melody that was created by a group called the Maccabees. If you've never heard of them, I strongly recommend you listen to them because they are a hell of a lot better than me. Your
שמיים ויוסד את הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו. ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. על כן נקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו, לראות מהרה בתפארת עוזך, להעביר גילולים מן הארץ והאלילים קרות יכרתום, לתקן עולם במלכות שדי, וכל בני בשר יקראו בשמך, להבנות אליך כל רישי הארץ, יכירו וידעו כל יושבי תבל, כי לך תכרע כל ברך, תשבע כל לשון. לפניך אדוני אלוהינו יכרעו ויפולו, ולכבוד שמך יקר ייתנו, ויקבלו כולם את עול מלכותך, ותמלוך עליהם מהרה לעולם ועד. כי המלכות שלך היא, ולעולם עד תמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר,
והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
we remember in our heart those we have known and who no longer share this festival with us, particularly because our community, Mosaic Reform Synagogue, was actually created on Simchat Torah. We think of our founder members and those who made part of our community so vibrant, who are no longer with us. Many have no mourners to remember them, and their names are lost beyond recall, but they are never forgotten by God. We also remember those who have gone, still remain in our hearts at this time of year. Ernest Wienand, father of Michael Wienand, Golda Wolders, mother of Sandy Simonis, Hannah Newman, mother of Gillian Reich, Lawrence Goodfield, uncle of Pauline Pike, Louis Lyons, father of Anne Francis, Lillian Hildebrand, mother of Susan Claret, Marie Butters, mother of Peter Butters, Riff Russell, mother of Paul Russell, Rose Greenman, sister of Ziki Alpert, Sally Levinson Leffman, sister of Frank Manches, and Trudy Liebling, mother of David and Judith Liebling. Zichronam Livracha. Let us say together, Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma tivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayei chon v'yom echon, v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'izman ka'arif v'yimuru, יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי די קודשה בריחו, לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, ויאמירן בעלמא ויאמרו, יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו בני אדם, ואמרו, אמן. Please be seated. No announcements? Yeah, just very, very quick announcements.
Okay, quick announcements then. Okay, very quick announcement. First of all, Mazel Tov to Caroline and to Sue. Wonderful, and you can do it all again tomorrow, so that's really wonderful. Do you want to say it again with sincerity, Lawrence? Anyway, lovely to have you all here today. To David, on behalf of all of us here, we wish you long life free from further sorrow. Tomorrow morning service is at 10:30. After the service in a few moments, there's a wonderful kiddush outside. For those of you not familiar with how we normally do things, please refrain from eating or drinking anything until after we've recited the blessings. And with that, we'll conclude with Adon Olam.
Thank you. Any of the children who are still around here, who are under the age of bar bat mitzvah, would you like to help with closing the armed doors? Ziggy, you're on. Yes, Ziggy, you want to help as well? You're on. Moshe, you want to help? Want to help with the doors? Oh. Let us stand. Oh. Let us stand for the final blessing. Yevarachenu Adonai v'yishmerenu. May God bless us and keep us. Yair Adonai panav eleinu v'chunenu. May God's face shine upon us and be gracious to us. Yisa Adonai panav eleinu v'yasem lanu shalom. May God's face turn towards us and give us and the whole world peace. Chag Sameach. Chag Sameach. Chag Sameach. You did such a good job. Please you come out for Kiddush. Chag Sameach.
And Dean and Beverly, it was good to see you on Zoom. We'll have to end this now. Unfortunately, you can't join us outside, but we'll see you again next week. Have a safe journey home. Bye.